Well, what led into the nervous system work was that I had never really, I mean, now I can see that I had been very anxious, you know, all kinds of things that I had. But I was also very resilient. So I could be with myself, like I could be with, or I could freeze big emotions, but still live my life pretty well. And I was a good functional freezer.
Yep.
And so very good at that. And that was not a problem until I became a parent. And when I became a mother, you know, that was what came up. I lost everything. That was my structure. So I was really at the bottom, and I had never been there before. And so my nervous system, I started to feeling myself just tighten up into this knot of like catharsis, like, whoa, you know, I had to go out in the yard and just like scream. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, the neighbors, I don't care. I have to, you know, but it was a really tough time for me. And so, but somehow I don't remember so much from this time because I was so drained, but somehow I started Googling. I'm like, God, nervous system. I'm like, I'm messed up. I need something. I do not have the tools for this. I have no of the tools I need. So I started Googling and I found you. And I found your site and I signed up for the 21-day nervous system tune-up. The first time I did orientation with you, and it's just for those who don't know, of course, it's Irene's like pre-recorded course, like there are no interactions. And I did orienting and I had never felt that before. And I was like, wow, I'm like very well trained in all things like movement and somatics. And I was like, oh, that was the first time that I could actually separate sensation and emotion. To me, they had been the same thing, you know? So it was like a sensation had a lot of emotion to it and I could move with that, but I had never tracked purely sensation, or at least not consciously. And I didn't know that they were different things. And that storytelling was a different thing. So I got so refreshed by that. And, you know, I've been a meditator for I don't meditate anymore, but that's, you know, but I had been for many years, like doing chanting, sitting for 2 hours a day and like feeling my brain restructure, like really moving front brain to back brain. But there was no time for that in single parenting at that point, you know. And I was so sleep deprived. I wasn't sleep. I'm like, I can't meditate. I'm going to fall asleep immediately. Yeah. So orienting was like mind blowing to me, you know, and I think it took me 6 months to go through that 21-day course because I did it, you know, and then I practiced. And then I was like, okay, so I'm ready for something else. And so the somatics were not so new to me, but the awareness that I could be in the somatics were new to me. So I took that grain, of like gold from orienting and I brought it into everything. Like I tried to bring it into everything. And I practiced many times a day. It was my lifeline, you know. As far as the last 5 years of this practice has, you know, revolutionized the experience of who I am and what my life is. And those are big words, but it's actually really true.